What's up, everybody? Davis here from Worthy Finds, New Jersey. And I wanted this to be my year-end review. But being that my fiance and we started Worthy Finds back in February of 2020, I can't give you a full year. I can't give you an opinion of what I've done over the past year. It's only been 11 months that we've been in business. Now, Worthy Finds New Jersey, we are a online reseller. You can find us through Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, eBay, many of these different online shopping platforms. We're there. We're there trying to sell you our stuff. Now, so being that it's only been 11 months and I can't give you a full year in review, I decided to make this video more of a top 10 takeaways of being an online reseller. That seems to be more appropriate. Now, we get our stuff through 3 different means so far right now. One is the retail arbitrage. Basically what that is we go to stores, find stuff that's on clearance or dirt cheap or whatever that we think we could sell for more. We buy it and resell it. Okay. Number 2, we do the wholesale sites, like direct liquidators or liquidation.com or bulk.com, places like that. We go to there. And also, our main one would be buying storage units, storage auctions. If you will, that TV show Storage Wars, that's what we try to do. And yes, we was influenced by watching Storage Wars, so we was like, let's try that shit. Okay, so those are 3 things. Online storage auctions, liquidation sites, and retail arbitrage, which is going to the store, buying dirt cheap stuff, whatever. All right, let me get into this video. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm already at the 2-minute and 39 mark. Now, I got my notes here. I'm actually going to read from there because once I start rambling, I'll just ramble on. And it already took me about a good 12 tries to get to this point in this video. All right. Top 10 takeaways of being an online retailer. Number 1, it's better to buy nothing than to lose money. All right. That seems reasonable. That seems understandable. But here's the problem. You gotta be careful. Because say like we bought a box. We bought a case from wholesale liquidators, and none of that shit sold yet. It's been a couple of months. The stuff, because everything is set more for like the summertime, and we got it at the end of the fall, beginning of winter. So it's like, goggles for swimming and like floaty devices and stuff like that. Nobody's buying stuff like that. So right now, we at a loss. So we got to hold on to this, until people start buying. And hopefully, they buy. So you got to be careful out there. Don't just look at stuff and say, hey, this stuff is the retail price for this stuff is $1,000. I'm only going to be paying $300. Let me just buy it. I don't know what's in it. Let me just buy it. You can't do stuff like that. You just be careful because you don't want to lose money. You're better off not spending any money than losing money. And don't fall for that okie doke of, well, you gotta spend money to make money. Yeah, you do, but you gotta spend money carefully to make money. Don't just throw your shit at any old thing that you see. Number 2, when you're doing like online auctions. Say like, all right, the storage auctions that we do. Um, a bulk of ours were online because of the whole pandemic. There wasn't showing stuff up, live. They was doing live auctions where I'm at. They was doing online. So you might place a bid on something, and you might sit there and say, all right, I'm looking at this locker. I ain't gonna spend no more than $500 on it. I think that's gonna be my max. So you see that it's like 3 days away from the end of the auction, and you over here putting out, all right, my max bid is gonna be $500. Next thing you know, uh, 6 hours later, you look at the bid, it's at 500 when initially it was at 100. Or $20 to $30. But that's because the faster you put in a higher number, somebody else is going to come in and bid it up. Your best bet is to wait to the last minute. Look, study these things, whatever auction that you're on, study it. And then when you get down to the last day, review it one more time. Don't place any bids. Review it one more time, because what I find to be, it's like that herd, what they call it, that herd effect. So, all right, I'll put in 100. So the next person say, hey, look, this person put in 100. They might see something that they like in there. Let me put on 120 or 130, just so I could either bid them up, or I'm only bidding because somebody else gets it. No, take your time. Wait for the last day. Wait for the last couple of hours. Review it, whatever. If you still like it, then put it in. But don't put in your max bid. Put in something like halfway to it. And then if that gets outbid, you will get the notifications where you could just come out and say, all right, now I'll do my max bid. But from what I understand, from what I've seen, my experience, if you do a max bid too early, that shit is going to jump up fast. And you don't want that. You want to try to save as much money as you can. Because like I said, like the last one, when I said it's better to not spend any money than to lose money, especially when it comes to the storage auctions. You got to keep that in mind, all right? Same thing with some of these, with the liquidation sites. Same thing. They have bids. They have auctions. You bid, you put your money in too soon, there's somebody else jumping on top of you. Or some of these sites, if you put in what you say my max bid is, but you thinking that it's going to be like some type of incremental increases, like I put in 10, the next person put in 20, but my max bid is really 80. So then if nobody else puts in 30, then my thing would jump above them, for the 30. With even though my max bid would be like 80 or whatever, right? So if I win the auction, I win it for 30 because my max bid was 80 and nobody really bid over me. No, some of these online auctions for some of these wholesalers is this person put in 20. You're saying my max bid is 80. You think you put in for 30. No, you just put in a bid for $80. You just blew $50 right there. Be careful. Review whenever you see an auction. Look at the auction. Take your time. Review other auctions first. See how you see the numbers flow. And when you're ready to jump in one. But don't just jump out there out the gate like, hey, look, I'm Big Willie spending $1,000 max bid. Next thing you know, you would just waste $1,000 when you probably could have only bought the thing for $300. And you look like a fool. Because now you're losing money when you would have been better off not spending any. All right? That was number 2. Number 3. In my opinion, storage auctions have the highest potential in profits. But it involves a lot of work. Now, retail arbitrage is a lot less work, but a lower profit margin. And wholesalers, the the potential for money is greater than retail arbitrage, but is below the storage auctions, but it involves no work at all. All right, so what I'm trying to say is, all right, let me take it like this. A wholesale, these liquidation sites. You look online, you see something, you look at the box, you might look at the manifest, you know what's in there. You know how much they're going to try to charge you for it. They give you like a retail value, so you sit there and say to yourself, all right, if I buy it for this price, I could make this amount of money between what I'm paying for and what the actual retail value is in between. That'll be, that's my profit margin. Now, there's no real work. I'm doing this online. They ship it to my house. I bring it in the house, I unpack it, put it online, and send it out. That's all the work. Okay? So how much money you can make is really dependent on how much you pay for versus that space between how much you pay for versus the actual retail price of it. Okay? Now, retail arbitrage. That's just me going inside the store. Now I'm physically going to the stores. I'm going to the clearance items. I'm going to on sale items. I got these scanners on my phone. I'm scanning, trying to see how much the price is normally or whatever. And I see something that's a good deal, I'll pick it up. Like, for instance, I've found some thermoses, some frozen thermoses that was on sale at one of these discount stores, for $5. The thermoses normally go for 13. I bought them, sold them for 8. All right, I only made $3, but it's like I said, it's not that much work. It's not. It's a little bit more work than the wholesalers, but I could just grab the stuff now, put it online, and sell them off. All right, but I won't make as much as the wholesalers. Now, when it comes to storage auctions, shit, you could get some good stuff. You can get some good stuff. But it's a gamble. That's more like gambling. But reason why I said it's more work is because now you go to storage auction, you either got to go on in person and do actual bidding in person, or you do it online. You win the auction. Now what you got to do is now you got to go get your van or get a truck or rent something, go to the place, pay for it. Now you got to physically empty out the locker or the unit or whatever, load up your truck. You got to clean the stuff out because they're going to charge you like a deposit, a cleaning fee that is refundable if you clean everything out. All right, you do all of that stuff, you get your money back. Now you got to go home, unload everything, throw out the garbage, keep what's good, post that stuff up. It's a lot of work. But, for instance, I bought a unit for about $120, and inside of it, I had one of those KitchenAid mixers that people love. Didn't have anything with it, just a mixer by itself. No accessories or nothing. Sold it for $80. Had an office chair in there. Sold that for $30. That was my money right there. Now, the money I sold for the table and the other stuff that came with it, that was my profit right there. Like I said, the potential is greater, but there's more work. So you got to keep that in mind. If you don't mind the work, storage auctions is cool. If you don't want the work, want to do it at least as possible, I would go with the wholesaler thing. Let me see. Oh shit, I'm already at 14 minutes. People tell me keep these things short. I might split this video in half. It might just be the top 5. You know what? It's going to be the top 5. I'm going to do another video for the other 5. Because I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes. All right, let me see. Number 4. Just because it's a high ticket item doesn't mean it's going to sell like that. Now, we got some AirPods. The Apple AirPods. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Got these Apple AirPods. Let me put these online. Retail price is $249. Let me put these up for $100. It's been like 3 months, 4 months maybe. Every time I turn around, people are, hey, can I get them for 40? Can I get them for 50? No. Can I get them for 60? No. I even told my girl, I don't mind getting rid of them for 80. But when you put down 80, people, can I get them for 70? Can I get them for 75? No. So now they're just sitting there. Just because it's a high, like a high ticket item, something that everybody wants, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sell. All right? That's number 4. But then, number 5 on the list, which is going to be my last one, because I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes. Number 5 is, don't write off an item just because you're not interested in it. This is the total opposite. Some people look for high ticket items because they say, hey, look, because it's something I will buy, other people's going to buy. That's not necessarily the case. Just because it's something that you might say, I'm not messing with that, doesn't mean it won't sell. For instance, storage auction. One of my biggest buys. $140, I went out and bought a locker that had 28 packs of adult diapers. 28 packs of adult diapers. These big hospital adult diaper joints, I sold them. Now, I spend per unit $5 a pack. 28 at $140, 28 packs. It was like $5 a pack. I sold that for about $440. No, my bad. How much did I sell? I sold it $425 because the other thing was something else. For the diapers by themselves, $425. Now, I bought them for $140, sold them for $425. Adult diapers. I don't want to buy no adult diapers. I'm pretty sure most of you guys out there don't want to buy no adult diapers or even admit to wearing them, even if you do buy them. But just because it's something that I wouldn't wear, that I would say, I'm not interested in that, doesn't mean somebody else isn't. All right? Now listen, I'm at the 18-minute mark. I'm going to cut this in half. Okay? And I'll see you with part 2, which would be 5 through 10. So since this is 1 through 5, you know what I'm saying. Hey, look, I'm tired. I got this ring light right here, and it's blinding me. So I'm tired of looking at this damn light. All right? So I'll see you guys later. Please hit the like button, subscribe, or whatever. If you don't, if you dislike it, hey, dislike it. Hey, listen. It is what it is. All right? Once again, Davis from Worthy Falls, New Jersey. I'm out.